right, welcome everyone. Could I have a hell yeah? Come on, you guys can do better than that. Can I get a hell yeah? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Awesome. We're going to work out two key things. How you can build out a profitable pipeline and be booked out 6 to 12 months in advance with profitable work so that you don't have to compete on price just to win another job to keep you guys busy. Number two, we're going to work through the numbers and pricing so that you understand the numbers that drive profitability, each project, and you can make more money per project, back cost in real time, know exactly where you're at, and your bank account goes up rather than being on a roller coaster. Would that be helpful? Oh, come on. Can I get a yeah? Yeah? All right. We take what's working from our members, we template it, and then we make it available to you.
We want you guys to actually have the time to spend on the business so you can focus on the growth, install the team and have the systems. The team grows your business and you can focus on the bigger picture. And at TPB, we're all about transformation. Now, transformation needs two things. One's education and the other one's action. You guys can know everything in the world, but if you don't know how to take action on that knowledge, well, you're gonna stay in the same place. Same as if we switch it the other way. If you guys know how to implement, but you don't know what to implement, then you're still in the same spot. You have the education, we actually want to action it. Because would you guys agree that if you don't action it, nothing's going to change? That one key thing we see across all of the top performers, it's not a lack of site skills. You guys are all great builders. You know how to build a great product. It's a lack of business skills. Your trade at the start was building, and now you guys are becoming business owners and your trade is business. Just like Lance here, he realized that building skills aren't enough to build a predictable and a profitable building company. So if you guys are looking to grow your business, reclaim your time, make more money, or maybe you all want to do a little bit of each of these, it's not going to take better building skills. It's going to take better business skills. And you guys need to know at each stage, what business skills do you need to implement to keep growing the company?
You can either keep doing things the old, slow way, how you have been, and remember you can't scale chaos and you can't scale lack of profits because you just run faster on the hamster wheel. So are you on the fast track, or does each year feel like a bit of a photocopy of the last? And as a wise man once said, insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. So take the fast track, make sure that you're using plug and play systems in the areas where 80% of the work's been done, and you only have to do the extra 10 or 20% to customize it to your business. We've got an opportunity or an offer for everyone here today is at the end of the day, if you'd like to see what's possible for your business, we'll do a one-on-one game plan with each of you with one of our growth advisors, and we'll help figure out what are the systems that you need that are going to help take your business to the next level. We'll review your financials, your P&L, and we'll have a look at how much extra profit can you make by putting these systems in place. And then lastly, how much time can you buy back? The first key thing is to get clear on what is your vision for success. What does success look like for you 12 months from now and in 5 years' time? And then what does company success look like? So what role are you going to play in the business? How many days a week are you going to work? Are you looking to get to 5 mil and have a 10 net, or are you looking to get to 20, 50, 100 mil? What is your vision of success?
I've spoken with thousands of builders and I've worked one-on-one with well over 600 to build out their game plans. And I work with guys, girls, company owners right at the start of their journey, figuring out what systems they need to put in place, what are the biggest levers we can start pulling on, and how we can actually start making things happen in the business. And so what Marti got us going on before, the focus on the results, is really important. We want to know where you guys are at right now and where you actually want to go. Because if you don't have a North Star, you don't know where the company's heading, you're going to have no idea of what systems need to go in place when, and you're still going to be trying to scale chaos. So that's what we want to try and solve today. If you guys are quoting 2 jobs, it's pretty stressful. But if you have 10 jobs coming through the door, what do you guys feel like you could say to the company or the clients that say you guys are too expensive? Right? You can say, hey, we're looking at 9 other jobs right now. We do our margins at 20%. We don't go below that. We can refute it, XYZ, build it down the road. They can do it here, but that's not what we do. And then you guys can actually spend time on the profitable work rather than dropping your pants just to keep the pipeline full. At TPB, we're all about transformation. Now, transformation doesn't just come from education or action. If you want to have transformation, you can have all the knowledge in the world, but if you don't know how to act on it, nothing's going to change. Same as you can have all the implementation, but if you're not putting the right things in place at the right time, you're going to keep spinning your wheels. So we want to make sure for you guys to get transformation for our members, they have the education and they know how to act on it. Would you guys agree with that? For transformation, you need education and action. Can I get a hell yeah? Hell yeah. So Justin, when he came to us, doing about $700,000 in his revenue, he was negatives in the net profit, he was in 6 figures of debt, his overheads were high, and he had a low professional builder's rate. Now, fast forward 9 months for Justin, and after starting to work harder on the smarter things. He was able to almost quadruple his revenue. He got in the positives with his profit, so he cleared all his debt. He was able to reduce his overheads because he made his team more efficient, put better systems in place for them. And he also over doubled his professional builders rate. Same as Brent. So Brent, you guys can see, was doing $2.7 million in revenue when he came to us. And over 12 months, it increased to $3 million, right? Not a huge increase. But because Brent was working smarter and increased his margin from 13 to 24%, that top line went straight to his bottom line. And that 326K went straight to him and his family. It's a bunch of different systems that are all working to protect your number one, the most important number in your business, and that's your gross profit margin. What's the most important number in your business? Gross profit margin. Yes, we're getting it.
When you go to your sales meeting, you can be ultimately confident in what you're delivering, in your product, in your demeanor, all right, and in your process and systems around your marketing, all right? So when you walk in and you do your thing, all right, there's no stone that you didn't leave unturned, all right? You're going to win, and if you didn't, you can walk away with the chin up and go, well, I did everything I could. Does that sound like a good idea? Yes? No? Maybe? Sounds like a good idea to me.
What's the most important number in your business? Exactly, remember that. What's the most important list in your business? Who said, get out of here? You know the answer to that. The stop doing list, all right? And the most important number is your gross profit margin, exactly. What is your time worth doing? What should you be doing? But more importantly, what shouldn't you be doing? What jobs are you gonna delegate, automate, systemize, or in some cases, eliminate altogether? Your stop doing list. The most important list in your business. Then we had a look at the margin levers. Which levers do you need to pull? Is it pricing, positioning, sales, marketing? Is it the front end or is it the back end? What do you need to pull to make your business more profitable? And then finally, what's the most important number in your business? You guys are rubbish. Louder. Most important number in your business? Yeah, exactly, all right? You're not rubbish. You guys are great. So that's what we've covered today.
The game has changed. You have to embrace social media, the likes of LinkedIn, the likes of Meta. Yeah. When you follow our system, a director's video, we create a script for you so that you understand how to deliver the messaging and you shoot the video the way we recommend. You can really start to dominate the social media space. So these are the 4 key questions you must answer in your communication. After that, we've got the 5 concerns. All right, so what's the evidence that you can deliver a project on time and on budget? What's the evidence of your trustworthiness? All right, so we can do that through past projects. We can do that through testimonials, video testimonials ideally. We can do that through Google reviews. What's the quality of your work? And finally, how do you communicate with me when you deliver a project? Are you a good communicator? That's a big sticky one, by the way. All right, so if you can demonstrate you do that well, we use Builders Trend, we have site diaries, we have logs where you can leave communication. If you're communicating that and you're going for that new build or that architectural build, then you're going to stand up head and shoulders above other people. It's quite a busy job, right, with overheads. We all want freedom and we all want time and we want true wealth. So the question I'm going to pose to you right now is, now you know this, what is it costing you to not implement these? We're going to kick off today with a little question. Why are you here? Hopefully you're here for one of these 3 things. Put your hand up if you're here for more money. Good, you're in the right place. Put your hand up again if you're here to buy back more time. Beautiful. And then finally, keep both hands up if you want both, more time and more money. Beautiful. You're here today to find out about marketing. You can go to the marketing page and there are tactics, strategies that you can implement straight away that will help you improve your business. Same thing with the financial section. If you want to understand your ratios, you want to understand your margins, all right, you can go straight to the financial section and it's plug and play. Sound good? There's 4 big areas that we're going to talk about. All right, number 1 is marketing. The game's changed and you need to change with it. Number 2, and how you're going to fill your pipeline. Sales, we're going to teach you our sales process or portions of it. The rest of it is in that book around how to get or convert better leads. In time, one of the most important things. How do you pull the trigger on scaling or hiring and how do you buy back more time? Some mental models for that. And then finally, how to be more profitable, right? How to win more profitable projects and how to not be scared of your accountant when that time of the year comes around, because that time of the year sucks. You're not very profitable. This is the big one for me, is the 12 hours that you get back on average each week. That's more important than anything else. Whenever I've seen this happen, when I've got time back for an owner, magic happens.
Now, this stop doing list. When you get back, take it home, really think about this when you've got some more time. Everything that you do in a day or in a week, however you want to do it, you can either just dump it on a bit of paper and then organize it afterwards into above and below the line, or it depends how your mind works, right? But really try and get this list. These jobs are stopping, these little jobs down the bottom, that's you working in the business, stopping you from working on it a lot of the time. So our stop doing list is the most important list in our business, right? Our stop doing list, the shit we're not gonna do. So if I ask you this question, what's the most important list in your business? What's the answer? I need everyone. What's the most important list in your business?
Yes!
Yeah, they got it. Tim are on fire, eh? But if we don't do anything about it, we don't action it, it's just a list, it doesn't do anything, all right? So if you really wanna make meaningful change in your business, yes, you've got to learn this stuff, you've got to get the education, but you've got to actually action it. You have to do the stuff. Hands up who agrees with that, yeah? We've done this stuff all over the world. Australia, US, Canada, got a couple in the UK, right here in New Zealand as well. Hundreds of current members, but over the last, since 2004, 3,100 members we've done all this stuff with, because it works, and it works everywhere. It doesn't matter what stage of your business you're at, whether you're a builder foreman, you're just starting out, whether you're in this scaling stage, or whether you're right at the top, it's all successful with the entrepreneur stage. We see the same sort of things over and over again. And what we find is it's not a lack of building skills that you have, right? You're all good builders, you can build houses, because that's fair to say, isn't it? Or whatever you're building, you can build. That's not the problem. It's a lack of business skills. That's what we're trying to bridge here, all right? It's a lack of business skills. And if we want to grow better businesses, your trade is now growing a business. That's your job now. Does that make sense? Great, cool. So the reality is this, right? If we want to grow your business, reclaim your time, make more money, or all of those things, it's not better builder skills. It's better business skills we need, okay? Wherever you are down here, doesn't matter. At each stage of the journey, there's going to be new skills that you need to learn. New levels, we like saying in TPP actually, because we're always progressing. New levels means new devils. Different challenges at every point.
My name's Marti Amos. I'm the founder of Professional Builder, and my job today is really simple. We're going to help you build out a pipeline so that you're booked out 6 to 12 months in advance with profitable work. And number two, how to make sure that each job is profitable, hit your minimum profit targets, and you have better cash flow, more money in your bank, and you're not worried about future income. So, why are you actually here? Who's here because they'd like to make more money? All right, always a good thing. And who's here because they would like to buy back their time? All right, and who's here because they'd like to do both? If you turn to page 136, I've tried to make this as usable and user-friendly as possible. So there's a lot of tables and examples that you can use in the book that if you want to figure out what's my minimum margin that I should be pricing jobs at, how many jobs do I need to complete at a particular average dollar size to hit my profit targets, then you can just go straight to that chapter and you can see, hey, if we've got a 15% gross margin, and we do 250K jobs, then I'm going to have to complete 15 jobs during the year to hit my target. If I can improve my margin just 5% from 15 to 20, now I actually only have to do $2.5 million worth of work. So if I've got 250K average dollar jobs, the amount of work goes down by a third. So instead of having to do 15 jobs, I only have to do 10. Can I get a hell yeah? Hell yeah. Yeah, nice. So I had 42 team members, we had 13 cars, and the margin was 22%, which for a cleaning company is very low. And so the business was losing money, about $15,000 every month. And I was also running my action coach business, and I was doing a bad job between two businesses. And I felt I was being pulled in 1,000 directions. I was married, had 2 children, 2 boys, Zach, who was 5 at the time, and Ashton, who was 2. And I was lying in bed for 4 months while we were 370K in the hole, thinking, holy, I'm going to go bankrupt. And I remember calling my mum up to say, can I borrow $10,000? And she was like, no. I was like, oh, thanks. Then I ran my dad. He mortgaged his house, and I borrowed 50K. But unfortunately, I was putting bad money, good money after bad. And I ended up having to liquidate that business. So I sold the assets of the company for 125K. That paid off some of the creditors, and I was left with 250 grand we did what's called a creditor's compromise. I was able to stave off bankruptcy, paid back all our creditors over the next 3.5 years, and learned a lot of valuable lessons, which is why we wrote the book and why we have this business, because I know the pain of lying awake in bed at night with a family thinking, how the fuck do I get out of this? You can keep doing things how you have been, the old way, by trial and terror, or you can focus on, if you stay stuck on the hamster wheel trying to scale chaos or a lack of profits. Or maybe things are going okay, but it feels like things are a repeat of last year and you want to get on the fast track to getting better results. And as a wise man once said, insanity is doing the same thing over and over again to expect different results. So if you want to take the fast track, we ask 3 key things. Number 1, you be coachable, so you're open to doing things differently. Number 2, be comfortable how being held accountable each month. And number 3, this takes about 5 hours per week or an hour a day to put these systems into your business to begin with. So remember, business is a numbers game. And then our team works one-on-one with you to implement these strategies into your business.
Hands up, who's here today to learn how they can make more money in their company? Okay, perfect. Hands up, who's here today to learn systems and get back more of their own time? Okay, great. And who's here to install both systems to get back their time and make more money? Both hands up. Yeah, perfect, okay. Now, our mission is professional, well-systemized building companies that give you both more time and more money. So that's what we call true wealth. More time and also more money. A lot of people get this mixed up and they just focus on the money, and that creates what we call the golden handcuffs, right? So we want to make sure that we're getting systems in place so that you can buy back your personal time as well. So more time typically looks like working less hours, having a life balance, and also doing the roles in the business that we call either your zone of genius or the stuff that you like doing. More money typically looks like a good operator salary. You have enough money to invest in hiring awesome staff and retaining them and also developing them. You've got a healthy net profit, and you end up getting into other opportunities, like whether it's a spec build, developments, or buying and rolling up companies. So in TPB, on average, our members achieve an increase in their margins by 5.6%. They add an extra 217K to their gross profit. They charge an extra of 3K for their professional services, which is what we call a quote. So we don't call them quotes around here. And then lastly, they reduce their working hours by 12 hours at least per week.
Our focus in the first 90 days of our members is to get time back. Get you some time back to work on the business. Getting that time back, that allows us to work on the other things like making more money, more salary, more company profits, and getting more time back. So now your PBR goes up again, in this case, $125 an hour. And what this means is you're worth more money in a year from now, which means you should be doing different things. You shouldn't be delivering materials to site if you're worth $125 an hour. That's someone else's job. And these are the jobs that you're going to delegate, automate, systemize, or in some cases eliminate altogether. In the future, what do you want? You want is it the car? Is it the holiday? Is it the family time? What's the driver for you? Profit and time. True wealth. So this builder is currently worth $47 an hour. And the goal for the first 90 days with our members is to get time back, to reduce these hours down to 50. And then what we see is the builder's rate's gone up to $56 an hour. And what that means is the builder's going to be doing different things. The business owner has now got different role in the company because he's worth more money, or she's worth more money. After that, we've now got time to work on the other things, like increasing the salary and getting more profits and getting some more time back. And then what we see, more money, more time, you're worth more to the business. So then what you do changes again, because you sure as hell don't want to be delivering materials to site if you're worth $125 an hour. Someone else could do that for you. Transformation equals education plus action. You can have all the knowledge in the world. You can have the best stop doing list. You can have your PR sorted out. Here knows exactly what this felt like because he was in the program and he didn't do anything. And now he's sitting here again. He's coming back, right? Sorry to use you as an example, right? If you can have all the education in the world, but if you don't do anything about it, it's just a list. It doesn't mean shit. Transformation, meaningful transformation within your business needs action. Just like you're doing now. You're taking action, but that action needs to continue. You need to keep doing it. Hands up, who agrees with that? Absolutely. It wasn't just one thing. It wasn't a silver bullet. It was a load of lead bullets that are on here, all working together to do one thing, which was grow the most important number in your business, your gross profit margin. So what's the most important number in your business? We're going to go again. What's the most important number in your business? Exactly, that's it.